Hi, Mrs. White. My name is Jalen.
And I'm Molly.
We evaluated the survey that we sent you and the answers that you sent us back, and we came up with four digital tools that we feel like will help your classroom run more efficiently.
So, given that you teach sixth grade and all of your students have Chromebooks, we decided that because you would like help in the areas of student behavior, vocabulary, practice and learning, and engaging students in lessons, we thought that Class Dojo, Socrative, Pear Deck, and Quizlet would be the most effective in working with your sixth grade classroom. So, we're going to show you how to work each of those now. So, Miss White, we have created a playlist on lesson paths, and what you can do is we sent you the link, and you can easily click on the playlist that says Mrs. White Logwood's Classroom Tools. And here we have a link and a description to all of the tools that we've told you about. So you don't even have to type in the URL to any of these. You can just select them, and that way it'll be easier for you.
Okay, first I will be teaching you how to use Class Dojo. Class Dojo is a way to influence positive behavior from your students through positive reinforcement. Each student gets their own monster, and they get to create the monster any way they want to. Um, so first you would sign up. I already made you an account, so you will just use your Gmail email from your school and the password for your Gmail email. And so now we're here. So you just go to welcome back, come on in, and this is what the screen will bring you to. So me and Molly made you a mock classroom, and in this classroom you only have one student. His name is Johnny. So Johnny's parents are able to see what's going on in the classroom with him. Your students will get a sheet that you will print out, and they will hand to their parents, and their parents will have to go into Class Dojo and create their own account, basically, kind of, and they'll get to see what's going on in the classroom. So you can go to stories, and here you can post what's going on in your classroom. So you can post assignment due dates. You can post how much the assignment is worth, how many points it's worth. You can post the rubric. You can post whatever. You can post pictures of your students doing fun things in class. You can post whatever you want the parents and the students to see. They can see it here, and only people who have access to your classroom are the only people who will be able to see it. So nobody outside of you, your students, and your students' parents will be able to see this, which is really cool. So that means you can post pictures. If the students and their parents agree, you can post pictures of your students on here, which is really cool. Your students' parents can see. Johnny's parents can his parents haven't logged in yet because he's not real. So Johnny's parents can send you messages, and it will basically give you almost an immediate interaction with their parent, which is really cool. All of this, you can reward your students and give them points, and this all helps to influence positive reinforcement and influence positive behavior, which is just a very cool way to do it.
So this digital tool that I'll be showing you is called Socrative, and what you can do is you can give quizzes, games, and exit tickets to students and get immediate feedback, and you can see the data very clearly. So I have made you an account. So when you're brought to the site, what you'll do, if you'd like to make a quiz, select quiz, and we're going to use the World Facts quiz that they give just as an example, and you'd like instant feedback, so you can select that. And I'd just like to show what the questions are like. So this one, you're given a multiple choice question up to 5 answers, and there's also true false questions. Also, you can drag the photo that you'd like, in this case, the outline of Italy, so you can ask the students which country is this. So there's another true false on this example, and there's also fill in the blank. So given this screen, I'd like to show you from a student's perspective what it would look like when they're taking this quiz, which they would access by typing in the code white2743 because that's the code that's given at the top of the screen. So this is the screen for the student login. So I've typed in white2743 and then join. So I'm going to type in my name and I'm going to take the quiz. So just for this purpose, I'm going to purposely get a few wrong. However, it pops up immediately and lets you know if you got the answer correct. So I'm going to go back to the teacher screen so you can see what these results look like. Now that I'm back on the teacher screen, you can go to the results tab and you can see how Sally did on her test. You can go to score because you'd like to see the percent that she got correct. And since she only got 2 out of 5 correct, it tells you that she got a 40%, and then it not only tells you that, but it shows exactly which questions she did get wrong. So once you have all of your class of 25 students, under this you can see how many of the students did get question 1 correct. And then you can go down and look at it that way. So if every single student got question 4 wrong, you would know that you need to discuss that question further. And I think that this would be useful in your morning meetings that you said you have with your 6th graders. And I think this would be a good way to see, sort of check in with the students. What do they understand and what don't they understand, so you can lead it from there.
Now I'm going to teach you how to do Pear Deck. So we already created you an account for this. So we will send you the password and username and everything to it. So basically all you do is just sign in, and it's connected to Google, and Google has an app called Google Slides, so you can create your PowerPoint presentations for your class through Google Slides, and it will automatically upload to Pear Deck, which is really convenient, easy, and fun for your students. So right now, this is a PowerPoint that I'm making for you, and it's just for an example. So you just say, what is Miss White's favorite color? And we're just going to say your favorite color is purple or pink or blue. And then you just add it. And so now it's added to the PowerPoint over here in this corner. So this is what your students will see on your board, on their computer, on their Chromebook. So this is what they'll see. And all you will see on like your smart board or your smart TV is this. So it's really cool because you get to monitor student progress throughout the lesson, and you can assess them on things that you taught, and you know like what you need to retouch on. So now I'm going to show you how to do vocabulary lists, which is also really cool. Let's say language arts. Let's go. So now we're going to do new vocabulary list. And no, we're not doing that. So you just enter your term. So we're going to say president. And the definition is just leader of the or you could just look up definition. One who presides over the meeting, assembly, whatever. And I know this is helpful for your students because they have the vocabulary squares, so they could type in the word that they have on their vocabulary list and then search the definition. And this is like a more kid-friendly approach to dictionary.com or something like that. So it'll be more censored and more easy for your students to use and have access to, because it's just right here, and they all have Pear Deck accounts because they have it through you. So it's very simple and easy to use.
So Ms. White, the next tool that we'll show you is Quizlet. And I personally really like Quizlet. I use it a lot myself, and we've made you an account. And what I love about Quizlet, you can make sets for your students. You can have your students make sets, or you can utilize sets that have already been made by other people. But I just want to show you how easy it is for you or your students to make their own sets. So here I started a US presidents list, and how I can add a term is I am going to type in the name James Madison, and I'd like to define this by hitting this plus button, and it already shows that it gives you some options. So I'm going to say that he's the 4th president of the United States. However, I'd like my students to know more information than that, so you can add that he was the father of the Constitution, and you can even add the years that he served. So it's very easy to also add a picture by selecting Add Image and just insert a picture. So when your students are studying these words, then some are better visual learners, so it would help them a lot. So what you can do is you can play this matching game. I think students find it very fun. You drag the word with the definition. And there, your students will see that they answered in a certain amount of time, and then they can challenge themselves to beat their own time, or they can challenge their friends. So that's really fun. And you can search any different set that you'd like. And if you think that someone else's set that they've made could be useful for you, you could show that to your students and have them practice those flashcards. But I suggest you check it over to make sure that it's accurate, because anyone can freely write, so not everything is guaranteed to be true. And so just definitely check that over. But another great option that I think Quizlet is useful for is you can print out flashcards in case your students prefer just plain old flashcards. There's a print option, and you can print it back to back easily. So you can print it in different ways. So if you choose a layout to be large and print them double-sided, then you can print it in your own classroom back to back and have the students use them as flashcards. So overall, I think Quizlet is a very useful tool, especially because you said you needed help in the area of vocab.
Thank you so much for letting us use you in your classroom for our problem-based learning project.
We really hope that you find the 4 tools that we've shown you useful, and you can easily find those on the lesson paths playlist that we made for you. And we've also sent you a document with the username and passwords that we've created on these sites.
Thank you.
Thank you.